What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another All the Mods 9 Minecraft video. My name is JawshyGG, and if this is the first time you're tuning in, make sure to hit that thumbs up button automatically before you even watch the video because I know you're going to like it. Also, make sure to subscribe. It's a free way to support the channel. It gets us ever closer to that 250 goal that we have for April 21st of 2024. Also, it'll help us hit that 1,000 subscriber goal that we have set for the end of the year. And again, if you're new to this channel, new to the community, on December 31st, I'll be donating up to $1,000 to a charity that the community chooses. You guys can leave your charity nominations down in the comments below. But the reason, basically how it's going to work, is however many subscribers I have at the end of the year, up to 1,000 is the dollar amount that I will donate to a charity organization. Also, if you're not already, be sure to join the Discord. It's link for that is in the description below. So today we're going to continue our mechanism. So I did add the furnace right here as well as a chest right here, and that is basically pushing everything through into a decent spot. And I was also made aware that I still haven't put redstone and coal in here, but I have done that now, and a bucket of water. You're welcome. I did that. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. So in here, I have a solid fuel quarry. I've already made it, and I've already actually placed it. Way down there, you can kind of see it. I haven't used it yet. I don't plan to in this particular video, but I do plan to expand out what I can. Also increased our storage with a 64K storage disk. Pretty nice. Oh, dog across the street barking. Great. So yeah, today we're going to be focusing on the Tier 4 mechanism or factory. Now, if you are unfamiliar with what a Tier 4 is, let's talk a little bit about what Tier 1 is. Tier 1 is basically basically, if I'm reading this correctly, I think Tier 1 is going to be this little section right here, and then Tier 2 is going to be this little section, and then this is basically leading up to your Tier 3. So yeah, anyway, so you start out here with your enrichment chamber, you create your electrolytic separator, you then go through a purification chamber, create a crusher, and that completes your Tier 2 and Tier 1 setup. And then you have your chemical injection chamber with a thermal evaporation plant on top of some heating elements, as well as a chemical infuser, and that creates your Tier 3 ore factory. Now, of course, then you begin your Tier 4 with a chemical dissolution chamber. We'll also be adding in a rotary condensator, a chemical washer, and a chemical crystallizer, which will basically turn ores into crystals. Or slurry, which the ore slurry comes from this bad boy right here, which is actually set up with sulfuric acid, which is another thing that is going to be useful for this bad boy right here. So, no, not that. Sorry, sulfur. I'm so out of it. So pretty much how it'll work is it'll send sulfur through and basically create this stuff. I don't know. Look, it is very difficult for me to explain things. You guys should already know that, but we're going to go ahead and kick off with the first bit that we're going to need, which is the chemical dissolution chamber, which is this bad boy right here. So we're going to add 3 more machines to our current setup. The first part of the process is the chemical dissolution chamber. This machine requires sulfuric acid to break down raw ores into an ore slurry. To get sulfuric acid, we'll need a new setup, which is explained further in the above quests. So let's go ahead and make that, shall we? So yeah, okay. So chemical dissolution chamber. We're going to need a couple things for this, and this is going to be something that is likely going to take us a little bit more time to do because we need obsidian. We haven't really mastered the idea of getting obsidian yet. So let's take a look at what all we'll need. So we're going to need 2 basic chemical tanks, which we can go ahead and make here. Plop those down in there. We're going to need 2 ultimate control circuits, which we do not have, which to make those, you need 2 atomic alloys with an elite control circuit. To make atomic alloys, you basically send reinforced alloys with refined obsidian through a metallurgic infuser. Now, to make the elite control circuits, you just need 2 reinforced alloys and advanced control circuit. And then to make 2 of these, you need infused alloy and basic control circuit, which we don't have any infused alloy. Yeah, so let's go ahead and grab some iron. Grab 2 stacks of iron here, and I'm going to drop it into my system here. Oh, wait, I have some, right? Boop. I don't have any right there, which actually I could just boop. Okay. So now, actually, we can put that other stack away. We'll just grab some more redstone and fill the redstone up a little bit. Boop. Yeah. So now we need to figure out the obsidian solution. So obsidian is going to work a little bit differently. So let's go back over to our setup over here, which, to be completely frank, this is pretty much going to be a struggle. But we're going to take half of these, not that one, I need them in this one. Take half of these and throw them into an enrichment chamber. And what the enrichment chamber will do is the enrichment chamber will then turn them into obsidian dust. So we're going to make 12 of them, but I only want to make 6. Oh, never mind. Obsidian dust is actually, it creates 4. And then what we do with these is we actually send these through our metallurgy confuser with enriched diamond, and that creates our refined obsidian, which is going to be beneficial because it'll allow us to then start creating our refined obsidian ingots. So to make refined obsidian ingots, you basically throw refined obsidian dust into an osmium compressor with osmium ingots, which I don't think I have one of those yet. I don't think so. No, I do not have an osmium, which I don't even think I have it over here. I do not. So let's take a look at what we need for an osmium condenser. There we go. Boom. Or compressor, sorry. Compressor. So this one doesn't necessarily need to be within our system or our setup over there. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we're going to need 4 infused alloy, 2 advanced control circuits, 2 empty buckets, and a steel casing. Steel casing we could go ahead and make real quick. And then we'll just need these 2 advanced control circuits. Boop, boop. And then now we can make our osmium compressor. Now, I know I mentioned that I would like to have a complete different power source for our for our ore factory here, and I haven't done that yet. It's coming. I promise. It is going to come eventually, one of these days. Let's go ahead and grab another. Let's go and create another shovel because I did break mine trying to get sand. Not that many shovels. I just need 1. Thank you. Thank you, game. Didn't mean to do that. So now what we're going to do here is go back and grab our. Yeah, you can see I have a little bit of sand. We're going to grab another energy pipe, which we are running out. Which this again. These energy pipes are only temporary until I get the confidence, not the confidence, but really the patience to want to make a little bit more. So how we do anything with this is we're going to take this refined obsidian, which if you plop this obsidian dust in here, we now have 14 of those. Okay, plop the obsidian in there, grab this, plop that in there, and then now, grab that while we're here. We'll take half of the refined obsidian we get, throw it into the osmium compressor, which means we do need osmium, which we do have a little bit. I'm only going to take half because I do need to go collect some more osmium here soon. So we can actually throw that right there, and that will fill her up. And then we can go ahead and do this and start letting that create our refined ingots. And now we have 4, so I think we only need 4 for right now, so that should be okay. That should work perfectly for us, actually. Now let's head back over here and take a gander at what else we're going to need for this. So the control circuits, we're going to need atomic alloys, which we do not have yet because we still need to turn these into those. Yes, we're pretty much just waiting on this stuff to finish. So that creates that creates this. We can then put that right there, and then we can just do a couple of these once we get enough refined obsidian to do anything with it. So this obviously takes a little bit of time until we create our, until we craft our, what's it called? Our speed upgrades for this, which I don't think I have any speed upgrades right now. I do not. Yeah, once we create speed and energy upgrades for these, they'll run a lot faster. But early game, just got to deal with it for what we got. So, yeah. We can go ahead and pull these iron ingots out, let this kind of relax on that stuff, and this will turn one of those. I think just one. I think it takes 100 MB to make a singular one, if I'm not mistaken. It takes 40. Okay. So we do have that now. And that should get us enough to make another one. And then, yep. Okay, cool. So we just need, what, 4 of these? Yeah, 4 of these. And then we also need to make some of those while we're at it. let's take a look at what we're going to need to do for this. So we need a couple of these. So we just need, what, 2 of these? Yeah. So let's go ahead and grab one of these ingots real quick and plop it right there. Actually, let's grab a couple more of these and plop them right there. Let those make the basic control circuits real quick. Do that, do that. Okay, and then let's grab this quest get this quest out of the way. Boom, look at there. Enriched obsidian. So that's cool. Sweet. Okay. Let that stuff kind of keep doing its thing. I think that's all we need. Yep. Beautiful. So we do need one more of those. Oops. Thank you, thank you. Boom. And now we should have everything we need now to make our... Wait, no. I thought I made one of those. I guess not. Okay. Anyway. Go ahead and throw all this stuff back in there. Now we have our chemical dissolution chamber. Now the chemical dissolution chamber doesn't necessarily need to be inside of our stuff exactly. We could technically put this off to the side, because what we have to do is we're going to need to, I'll show you here, we're going to need to basically take, and I'll show you right there. So this is the chemical dissolution chamber. So that's going to be pulling in the sulfuric acid that we get. That'll then send the information, the stuff over into a washer, which will then send it into a crystallizer. So this right here, the purification chamber, doesn't actually come until a lot later in the actual lineup here. So this is where the purification chamber is. So the dissolution chamber, the washer, the crystallizer, and then the injection chamber. So as you can see, we have the crystallizer, the chemical washer, and then the injection chamber. What? Injection chamber? I don't remember what. So basically, it tells you right here. Raw ore goes into your chemical dissolution chamber, pumps a gas into your chemical washer, which then pumps a gas into your chemical crystallizer, which outputs crystals into a chemical injection chamber, which outputs crystals. Output shards into a purification chamber, which I think chemical injection chamber is this one right here. Okay, so this one is in the wrong spot. if I'm reading that correctly. So that doesn't actually need. I don't think that's going to actually need any particular, right? Because the chemical injection chamber is right here. Okay. This machine is the next in your setup in your ore processing factory. Add this to the left of your purification chamber. So it'll be right here, the chemical injection chamber. So this will basically pull the shards from the, if we look back here, it'll pull the shards from the crystallizer, which is this one right here. And then the crystallizer will pull the dirty slush from the washer, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, it turns it into ore slurries into clean ore slurries, and then that basically sends the washer sends it to the crystallizer that actually turns it into an actual crystal chunk, and that sends it to an injection chamber. You get what I'm saying. So in theory, this one that I'm holding right here doesn't necessarily need to be within the actual solution. So if I'll do this correctly, if I'm looking at this right here, I'll have the crystallizer, and it pumps something directly right there. And then, so I need to leave a space right here, the washer, a space, and so space, washer, space, this. And the reason for that is because, and I will obviously move that as I go, but the reason for this is because this is what's going to pull in the sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is a completely different beast in and of itself. So the sulfuric acid is what we're going to be doing up here with the rotary condensator. The rotary condensator will actually turn water into water vapor, if I remember that correctly. Yeah, make sulfuric acid, you need to create water vapor, pump some water into this machine, and it'll convert it into water vapor. See, there's just so much. There's so much going on with this, but that does mean that we do need this first. So what we're going to need here is a basic fluid tank, which we have enough to make. Then we're going to need a basic chemical tank, which we have enough to make. And then we should have everything we need other than the energy tablet, which we have enough to make. Beautiful. So now we have our rotary condensator. So the rotary condensator, again, is going to communicate back with the sink. Now, the sink here is not pushing anything into the enrichment chamber. And I don't want this to be all crazy like, so what I might end up doing is swapping these places around, moving, well, the electrolytic separator needs to be connected to that one, and that needs to be, I don't know why that's pushing anything. That shouldn't be pushing anything right there. So, yeah, I can do that. Let me do that real quick. Because this isn't pulling anything from that. And then this right here will basically go like this instead, where it pulls right there, then it pushes into there. And then now I can take my sink, plot my sink. Let's see. What's a good way to do this? To the water. So crystallizer will go right there. Space. Wait. Yeah, I messed that up already. Yeah, we're going to have to move these down a couple spaces, which is fine, Okay, let's go ahead and grab our dirt. Did I just break dirt with him? Oh wait, that wasn't dirt. I'm dumb, dude. That's how tired I am right now. Goodness gracious. Let's grab our dirt, and then we will boop, 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 boop. Okay. Do this. Grab you out of here. So the crystallizer will go right here, okay? So looking at the, open it. Looking at this, we have our injection chamber, which is that one. The crystallizer, space, washer, space, this. Right? Yes. The water here needs to go into the washer. So this is where the washer would be. So in theory, I could put the sink right there, have a pipe going into the washer, which we can go ahead and create the chemical washer because we've done that one. Do I have enough stuff for that, though? That is the true question here. Let me grab these guys out. So the osmium compressor I'll put right here. Really hope these are in the right order. They're not. So this is the refined obsidian one. That'll be this one right here. 1, 2, 3. So that's that one. Of course, it's not the right one as well. So that one. And then that one. Boom. See? Perfect. Okay. So now, of course, we have enough refined obsidian. I'm only going to put half in here because I am going to need 4 more of those. So that should be okay. So let's grab that basic control circuit. And let's see how much more we're going to need for the osmium compressor. Or the washer, the chemical washer. We're going to need a couple of these. 1. Okay, so I'm out of these, which is fine. I have enough to make another one of these. Boom. I think I should have enough to make 2 of these. I do not. Which means I need more of reinforced alloy. Do I have any more? I do. And grab those. And then do that. Just need 1 more. Give me 1 more. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, got it. Yeah, so it's not going to have enough energy because I don't actually have any cables running to it just yet. But that's not important. That's fine. We're okay. Q. So I'm missing you. And I'm missing you. And you. Now I can make my chemical washer. Boom. Look at there. Chemical washer done. So the chemical washer will go right here. And then the last thing we have to make... Oh, okay. Well, let me just get rid of it then. Why don't I? The chemical crystallizer. Let's take a look at what we need for the chemical crystallizer. Now, the reason I'm not making a lot of this stuff early on... So I'm going to need more of those. So I think I made enough. Nope, I didn't because I don't have any energy going to this. let me grab my energy cables here, and then we'll do this. 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Look at there. I did that perfectly. This is lined up perfectly with that, specifically for that reason. Okay, so now I need to 1, 2, 3. Okay. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and grab these out, see what we get. We got some infused alloys. Beautiful. Need 2 more. And I don't know. I don't think I need any. I do need ring. Okay, I do need those. Okay, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Those. Oh, perfect. Got me up enough. We'll likely need to make some more of those, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll let that do its thing for a second. What else are we going to need here? Some fluorite. Do I have any? Do I? What? They really changed the look of this one up, didn't they? Interesting. Or processing, you can see how that works. Enrichment chamber, charge fluorite dust and fluorite ore, which actually I need to. Is there a? Is there not a? So it'll be between, I guess, Y15 and Y30. Let me see if I can go find some fluorite real quick, because I'm not, like, fluorite shouldn't be too difficult to find, but they really changed the look of that, didn't they? Now, my question is, will I find fluorite in the mining dimension, or do I have to find that in the overworld? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I was finding fluorite in the mining dimension on my ATM 8. But again, ATM 8, a lot of things can change between ATM 8 and ATM 9. So we're gonna go down a little bit until I find where my other where I was, right here. And then we'll run around and see what we can find, because I'm not sure what fluorite ore even looks like. I assume it probably is just green, since green dots. That's kind of weird. Those are emeralds. What is this? Aluminum. You can tell I kind of went crazy with my mining here. Niter. 10. I'm starting to lag in this. Oh my goodness. 10. Niter. Copper. Redstone coal. 10. Niter. Aluminum. Ooh, boy. I don't know where it would be. Do have food? Okay. It's like every single time that I'm like curious if I have food or not, because it hasn't eaten yet. I have to go look, and then I don't think it would have changed that much. I mean, you know, it did change a lot, because in all the mods 8, if I remember correctly, it was white. But I'm curious. I don't think it's that similar, that ore that it like looks weird to me. I know I haven't mined any, because I would have noticed, or it would at least show in my network if I had mined some. Kieranite, which I do actually want. Whee. Huh. $10. Some diamonds. Could always do for more diamonds. Ethereum. Copper. I mean, would it be better to be in the deep slate zone? 'Cause, I mean, I could just go down this way. It's gypsum, which is Greg Tech. Sulfur. Fluorite. There we go. Very nice. More fluorite. I'll take it. Kind of weird that they changed that up so much. If you're not familiar with what it used to be, I think if I recall correctly, it used to be like almost solid white. How much do I have now? That should be enough. And we'll just, this is going to take up a lot of space in my inventory. All right, now I can come back here and I can actually grab the fluorite out of here. Beautiful. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and do that. Turn that into actual fluorite. Take a gander in here and see how these are coming along. That's done. Beautiful. What do we got here? What are we getting? Nice. So that's a rotary condensator, which again is not a necessity as of right now, but it will be, because the rotary condensator is what we're going to utilize to create the sulfur. Chemical oxidizer is another thing we're going to need. So I didn't actually mark that one down. So we do actually need another one, the chemical oxidizer, which is going to require a couple of different things, but shouldn't be too bad. Got it. Beautiful. Okay. So now we can throw those in there and see what we're missing in here. So we're missing 2 of these, which means we're missing 2 of these. Missing 2 of these. Hold on. Wait. I need osmium ingots. That's right. Osmium. Let's grab you out of here, and let's grab a couple of you out of here. We're going to throw you in there. And then I'm going to throw this in the... to this one. And I'm going to go let my dog out, so I'll be right back. My dog was getting a little antsy because the neighbors pulled their car into their backyard, and she likes to bark at them. Okay, so we can make one more of those. Not that, need this, which means we can make 2 of these. 1, 2, which means we can make 2 of these. 1, 2. Then now we can make this after we make a steel casing. Beautiful. Then, boom. We should be able to go ahead and make this once we make a basic fluid tank. We're now out of osmium. I just realized. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We need 2 barrels. Oak. Let's go ahead and make some oak planks or slabs. Should be okay. 1, 2. Then we need... What? Hold on. Interesting. What? What is this? So I guess we needed planks for that, or chests for that, not a... There we go. Beautiful. So now we can make our chemical oxidizer, which means now we have finished this section. We obviously haven't because we still have to set it up and let it run. But basically, the recapping, this dissolution chamber. Let's grab our dissolution chamber. Where's our dissolution chamber? Do we have a dissolution chamber? Have we not crafted a dissolution chamber? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. This is the... What am I doing? Why did I put that there? Put the wrong thing in the wrong place. Why'd you guys let me do that? All right. So the dissolution chamber is going to be the farthest one to the left. So the crystallite... Oh, wait. I did put that in the right place. Never mind. Why'd you guys let me think that I didn't put it in the right place? And then right next to this is our crystallizer. So that's going to be this. And then we're going to obviously have pipes right there. Oh, goodness. And pipes right there. It just dropped down to 1 FPS. I like it. And then, of course, the pipe running from there to there. So let's take a gander at this right here. So we can go and grab that. And then now we do have the capability of doing this now. Which, no, we can't actually. Hold on. We got to do this. There we go. Now, wait. What did I unlock? Oh, these. I'm here for it. Give me all the good stuffs. Cool. Okay. So now we have the capability of creating our bigger reactor. Nice. We just don't have the resources for it just yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, this is pretty much the gist. Let me actually throw this stuff in here real quick, because we don't need those anymore. Universal pipe stay right there. Rotary condensator. Those will stay right there. Okay. Cool. So let us see here. So sulfur acid. Sulfuric acid is going to be created in the chemical oxidizer. So we need a chemical oxidizer. We actually need a couple of things to create sulfuric acid. And I'll kind of show you what happens. So, okay, let's start with making sulfur dioxide first. Start by placing gunpowder in a separate chemical injection chamber with hydrogen chloride to create sulfur dust. Or you can just pulverize sulfur from thermal series into sulfur dust. It's up to you. I went that route, so we're likely going to go that route as well. Feeding the sulfur dust into the machine, the chemical oxidizer will create sulfur dioxide. Now we need to create sulfur trioxide. Send the sulfur dioxide into a chemical infuser to combine it with oxygen to create sulfur trioxide. Send the trioxide into another chemical infuser to combine it with water vapor to create sulfuric acid. It's a lot. But this is kind of where we'll get started with this. So we need we need 2 chemical infusers and the chemical oxidizer. So the chemical oxidizer will be the first step in that order. So chemical oxidizer will take the sulfur dust and create sulfur dioxide. So let's take a gander here at what we'll need to do that. So we'll start with right here, the chemical oxidizer. This is where we'll feed our sulfur dust from right here. We'll put something right there, maybe like a pulverizer or something, to feed the sulfur dust into our chemical oxidizer. Our chemical oxidizer will then turn that down into sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide will then be shipped out into a chemical infuser. So we need 2 more chemical infusers. So let's go ahead and see what we need to create our chemical infusers. So we're going to do that. Oops. Let's take a gander here. Let's look. So we're going to need a total of 8 infused alloys, 4 basic control circuits, 2 steel casings, and 4 basic chemical tanks. Let's go ahead and grab all that stuff. Let's go ahead and just make it while we're here. So we don't have any more osmium ingots. We didn't have any more osmium ingots. I probably should go find some osmium soon while we're at it, shouldn't I? 1, 2. Okay, got it. Infused alloys, so we're going to need a couple more of those. And we're going to need some steel casings. We just need 2. Good. All right. Now we're going to need some basic control circuits, which is osmium ingots and redstone. So let's see if we had any more in here. We did. Boom. We needed 4 of these. Go ahead and send those 2 through, and we can go ahead and create 1 while we're at it. Boom. Now we can make 1 of these. And now we just need... We have, for some odd reason, did I only make 2 of those? I did only make 2 of those. Okay. So we're going to need one more of those, and I think that's all we need other than this last basic control circuit. So let's go ahead and grab these other ones out of here, and we'll grab 2 out of here, and we'll make it from there. And then I'll off recording go and do some more what's it called? Oh, I need 2 more. Okay, do some more osmium hunting after, like when I'm done recording, because I don't want every single recording to be of me doing resource collection. So yeah, plop you right there, and then now we can make our second one. So these 2 right here will basically be, if I'm remembering this correctly, right here and right here. So how this will work is the chemical oxidizer will take the sulfur dust and turn it into sulfur dioxide. It will then push that sulfur dioxide into this first chemical infuser, and this first chemical infuser will then, mixed with oxygen, will create sulfur trioxide. The sulfur trioxide will then be sent into this next chemical infuser with water vapor, and that will create sulfuric acid. And the way we're going to do that is placing the rotary condensator right there. And then now what this will do is this will basically, in this one right here, or actually, yeah, let's do the right one. So we'll do gases, input 2. And then the right will be output. Yep, so it'll be like that. So it'll basically pull in. So right here, we'll have one of the items, or one of the pipes going right here to this one. This one will basically be pulling the oxygen. If I remember correctly, I believe it's oxygen. It will be pulling the oxygen in. Yep, right here. And it will morph itself with the sulfuric dioxide or sulfur dust, basically, that we create. Actually, the sulfur dioxide, I should say, and morph itself into sulfur trioxide, which then sends it to this, and that creates our sulfuric acid, which will then be shipped into our chemical dissolution chamber, which the chemical dissolution chamber will pretty much take the sulfuric acid and turn raw ores into their slurries. So that's probably the simplest way of setting this up. Of course, we don't have the power capability to really do much with this right now. So I'm not actually going to start setting all of the ore manufacturing and all the pipes and everything up just yet. We are going to focus on kind of building up our, I need more redstone apparently. We are going to focus on building up a little bit more of our power situation here. And I could probably do something a little bit better with that, upgrade it a couple times maybe. But I think we should be okay with where we're at power-wise for this stuff. Honestly, I'm still debating, and I still feel like I want to build a completely separate power source for this stuff right here. And I do want to figure out why I'm not pulling enough heat into this. Actually, I know why I'm not pulling enough heat into this. I don't have enough, oopsies. I don't have enough resistive heaters or enough power in and of itself to be able to pull enough heat and actually heat this up enough. So I'm going to have to do something with that, but I feel like that's going to be a later on problem that we'll deal with later. But the biggest reason why I wanted to finish with the ore factory is because that opens us up to our actual reactors. These reactors are what's going to begin, or what's going to help us grow significantly to allow us to create more power than we're likely going to need, especially in game. And that's where the induction matrix will come into play as well. If you're unsure what an induction matrix is, this is pretty much an area where we can set up multiple induction cells and providers to store and provide and store and transfer our energy as needed, which means that we can have a significantly bigger one of these and have multiple sources of power storage to allow us to create a decent enough power supply to run something even when I'm out of like material for my reactor. But that's pretty much the gist of that idea. So that's the biggest reason why I really wanted to create this right here and get done with it as quickly as I could, because this is definitely something that is going to be very useful late or kind of mid game, because right now we're still very early game. I still have a lot of stuff I need to do regarding, well, everything. For one, I still need to beat the Ender Dragon and go to the end so I can get myself the Elytra. The Elytra, not necessary to, or actually not even the Elytra, but get the Dragon Egg and the Dragon Skull, and then figure out a way to duplicate that process, which I can do pretty easily, especially with simulation chambers in the near future. Basically, I want to be able to build out a significant amount of this stuff. And then, of course, we have to figure out the wither situation. If you remember my All the Mods 8 playthrough, it took forever and a day to finish doing the to finish the Nether Star one. That was actually the last one that we did here. And I'm not gonna lie, it was not the most fun and most enjoyable time of my life. It was just me waiting. And anyway, we did finish it though, and that's okay. But I did get some ideas, and I kind of got an idea for what I want to do base wise, but it's going to take some time to collect the resources to be able to do it. And I'm definitely going to try to figure out solutions that make it a little bit easier. And I don't know if I want the quarries that I make to be this close. So I don't know if I'm going to end up just going like further. What are all these? Huh. I don't know what all these little dots are. I actually want to go look. You know what? Let's go take a gander at what those dots are. But basically, oh. Wow, okay. Oh, okay. So these are, instead of it being like kind of spread out all over the place, these are just kind of in like patches at this point. But I'm thinking maybe I can do stuff more over here with the quarry and just expand it out chunk by chunk. I feel like that would probably be the best option. And you know what I kind of want to do now? I kind of want to upgrade my jetpack again because I'm tired of the very small amount of power that I have with it. And I feel like I could probably do a lot better. So let's take a look at the jetpacks, because I did the major thing that I wanted to do in this series, or in this video, is I wanted to finish up the last little bit that I needed. So let's take a look at these. So the steel jetpack. Okay, so the steel jetpack will get us 12 million. So the gold and electrum will only give us 10 million FE. The steel and the invar will give us 12 million. And the steel can be turned into diamond, which gives us 30 minutes, or platinum, which gives us 36 million. And the platinum or diamond turns to, actually, I'm actually curious. What about platinum? Platinum will turn into emerald. Okay, so emerald will turn into allthemodium, and then allthemodium will turn into vibranium, then unobtainium, then creative, which is infinite FE, whatever. Anyway, so let's take a gander at the gold jetpack. So we're obviously going to need the 2 gold thrusters, gold capacitor, which requires 3 of these gold energy cells. The gold jetpack requires 1 apiece, so that's going to be a total of 5 of these energy cells. Advanced coils are a little bit more expensive, and I don't know how much gold I actually have. So let's take a gander. I keep saying gander like, I'm sorry. Let's grab 2 stacks of these and let's throw them in here. And then in here, we'll just throw them both in there. And then now we should be good on food for a little bit. And let's go ahead and begin the process of creating this stuff. So we need 5 of these, which means we need like 7 of these. I made 10. Don't question me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Make 1 of these. This is only going to require furnaces, so make 2 of these. Yep, we were 1 short. Darn, I was very close. And now we can make this with our jetpack that we need to take off of us to then make this. And then now we have a gold jetpack. Cool. So what's the next step from gold? Diamond, of course. Now, I don't actually need this gold anymore, but I probably should have it do its thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we'll need for the diamond jetpack. Just because I want to verify if I can still even, if I'll be able to make this. If I can make this, I might as well, right? Oh, we do need advanced coils. Make 12. I figured it would just be... I figured it would have been diamond ones. So we're going to need 2 of these again. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, looky there. We can make our diamond jetpack. Which means now, with 30 million FE on top of that, it will also allow me to actually hover. So if I turn hover on and that on, I can actually hover. Well, no, you can see I'm going down very slowly, but it uses up a significant amount of energy. So the way we do that is grab this bad boy out of here, this right here, and then do the exact same thing we did last time. Plop this bad boy right here and drain the mess out of our power solution. Now, of course, I do need my wrench, but this is where I have my wrench right here. Never mind. This is where a better reactor comes into play. And this is something that I am 110% going to try my best to get to as soon as possible. But I think another, since we still got a little bit of time, I think another thing that we can do is likely start looking at upgrading this reactor a little bit, because the starter one only stores 250,000 FE. The basic one, 1 million FE. Let's go ahead and do that. I have everything I need, so let's go ahead and grab this out of here, and let's go ahead and grab these, and then take a gander at what we'll need to do for the basic one. Cool. Okay. So we need a bunch of these. How many can we make? 5. Great. We need more than 5. Okay. We're on the right path. How many can... Oh, let's make 12 of those. Okay, that should be it. That should be good. Okay, that's weird. It's 20, so we need 16 more. So that means we need a bunch more of these. Okay. Now we're out of redstone. Okay, that should be fine. Should be fine. 8, which I think that should be good. No, I need 8. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Okay. We're on the right track. We're doing it. Boom. Okay. All right. So there's our starter one. Let that, or basic one, I should say. There's our basic one. That should give us some more of these. Like, well, that gave us so much. Cool. Let's grab some coal and redstone out of here. So I will be doing more mining to get more coal and redstone through the near future. And then we're, of course, going to grab some uranite, the uranite that we put in here. And then the bucket of water that we have in our inventory. Boom, boom. Wait, no, I need that right there. And then boom. Oops. Beautiful. Okay. So now this will store up to 1 million. You can see it is storing for the most part. This is not pulling though. So you can see once I do that, it will start. Goodness gracious. kind of fighting a little bit. You can see it's going up, then it's going down, then it's going back up. Let's go ahead and just throw that in there and just see what happens here. This is actually doing pretty good. So that's good. That's good. We are absolutely going to have to do that. And then that. And then that should probably start taking... Oh, it's not taking it down. But that's good. So that's a good step in the right direction. So good deal so far. We still have a lot of work we got to do in regards to collecting or getting more power. But thankfully, this is pretty easy to set up. It's not necessarily going to be too difficult. Another thing I can do here is I can do a drawer. I can do a 2x2 drawer and get rid of this one. Let me get my axe. And then what we can do is we can do this. And then now we can actually come over here, grab, let's see, redstone, grab some coal. And then redstone right there, coal right there, and then we can do this right here, and that will just start pulling directly from there and filling it up right there. And then we'll obviously need to do that for our uranite as well, which means we do need to go collect some more uranite. We only have 10. So, but I'll show you, it will also work with this, and I think you can actually lock these. I don't actually remember how to lock them. Oops, not what I meant to do. There we go, whatever. And we'll, of course, bring our uranite, pop you right there, and then that will basically pull the uranite in and start filling her up, and then that will fill these up. And based on what Wolf Dances has been telling me, this is actually, I didn't know coal and redstone would be a pretty significant part of the power solution here. And we'll, of course, keep upgrading this as we go. The next major upgrade is the hardened version, which will require hardened capacitors, which requires energized steel, which does require us to set up rods to energize stuff with a something or another. All right, let me be right back. Of course, she's out there barking at the neighbor because he's just walking around without a shirt on. Cool. I'd bark at him too, in a bad way. Not anyway. But yeah, creating the energizing orb with the energizing cables and the energizing rods is kind of what we'll need to energize anything that we'll need for this particular setup to increase this even further. So there's a lot of things that we got to do here, but we've made really good progress so far, and I'm really happy for this. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot. Of course, we'll hook all this stuff up in the near future, but the biggest thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I am on the right path with practically everything that I'm wanting to do here. So, let's talk about the next episode. What's the next step for the source for everything? Well, the next episode, we'll find a good place to put this solid fuel quarry. We'll figure out a good solution to drop it down and begin building up our advanced mechanism, which means we will begin building our hazmat suits, our fission reactor stuff, just so that we can get to a point of being able to actively start building up enough fissile fuel to create antimatter pellets in the future. Now, of course, the reactor we're going to build is going to be a smaller one, and the power we're going to get is going to be insignificant compared to what we will get at the closer to end game. But just be mindful. This is very early game. We have a long way to go, and I am very comfortable with where we're at right now. Like the fact that this is only, I think, episode 27, which is pretty surprising. We've made it this far, and I think if I look at Ore Factory, or if I even just look at ore processing, it was episode 39, and I don't even know in the All the Mods 8, and I don't know if that was like full on what I just did here. Yeah, there's a lot to it, and I feel like we have a long way to go, but we're making really good progress, and I'm really happy for it. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning of the video, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I could do differently to make these videos more enjoyable for you guys. Also, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. We're still aiming for 250 subscribers by April 21st, and we're also aiming for 1,000 by the end of the year. Social Blade says I'll hit 1,000 early October? No, December. Social Blade says I will hit the beautiful 1,000 in December, and I am absolutely going to challenge myself to beat that. So if you guys would not mind, please do me a huge favor. Share these videos, share the channel out with your friends, everybody, so that we can try to hit that as quickly as possible. They're saying I will have, actually it might be sooner than that, because it's saying 1,300, almost 1,400 by December 4th, which like I said, I'm going to try to beat that. I want to try to get over what Social Blade says I'll have by the end of the year, which of course is about 1,400. So obviously I'm not going to make that a big goal. That's not necessarily something that is going to be a requirement, but it's something that I feel like I want to challenge myself to get to that point. But with that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching. Remember, my name is JawshyGG, and I'm excited to have all of you guys here for this journey as we continue building out our base, expanding on our sections, and making progress towards the inevitable goal of building the ATM Star and ATM 9. With that being said, again, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.